So, how does photosynthesis work? Well, it occurs in two steps. It occurs in the chloroplast. The first step is the light reaction, which occurs in the thylakoid. Here, energy from light is captured and water is split to create ATP and NADPH, which are energy molecules that will be used in the next reaction. The light reaction also creates oxygen as a byproduct. The ATP and the NADPH are used in the Calvin cycle, which takes carbon dioxide and converts it into glucose. The NAD plus and the the ADP produced can be charged like a battery at the light reaction in the thylakoid. Now, let's look at the light reaction. The light reaction occurs in the thylakoid. It has proteins embedded which carry out the light reaction. The light reaction outside of the thylakoid is the stroma, and inside that, light strikes the photosymptoms, which are used are clusters of chlorophyll that capture light and excites two electrons, which then are transferred from one molecule to the next by the electron transport chain, which is just a series of proteins. This process also brings hydrogen ions into the thylakoid space, and the enzyme then splits a water molecule releasing oxygen, which diffuses out of the plant, and there's only one oxygen atom, but when another water molecule is split, two oxygen atoms will form OH to the hydrogen ions that are produced are left in the thylakoid space. Then light strikes again and then excites the electrons to go to NAD plus with the hydrogen ion to become NADPH and then ATP. The main energy currency of cells is made using protons from water molecules with the enzyme ATP synthase. Then you go back to the Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle occurs in the stroma, the fluid surrounding the thylakoid. But the Calvin cycle is kind of different than the light reaction. It can happen in the presence of light, but it doesn't need light to occur. It also referred to the dark reaction or the light independent reaction. In the Calvin cycle, 6 carbon dioxide molecules are in the atmosphere among plenty of ATP and NADPH are converted into a molecule of glucose, which it has the formula C6H12 and O6. It has 6 terms of the Calvin cycle to create glucose. Then the plant can use that glucose for energy or make cellulose. Some plants use different variations of the light and dark reactions to make glucose. Now we go to some pictures of plants. This is a C4 plant, and this is a CAM plant. Well, the C4 plants make 4 carbon compounds so that they can partly close their stroma to prevent water loss during the day, and the 4 carbon compounds are converted back into CO2 for the Calvin cycle later. Plants like corn use this method. The CAM plants, like cactuses, open their stroma at night and close them during the day to conserve water conserve water, and they have to do this because they live in such hot environments. Thank you for watching about my presentation on photosynthesis.